Abortion. This is a topic that a lot of people are very passionate about. It is something that is running across America, and it is something that many people are very passionate about. Whether you're a woman or a man, it is very important for us to understand what abortion is and how it goes around. I've done some research and I'm here to present it in this video essay. Alright. First, before we talk about the different sides to abortion, how it is across the United States, and my opinion on it, we need to understand fully what it is. So, abortion, this is the dictionary by NHS UK. An abortion is a procedure to end a pregnancy. It is also sometimes known as the termination of a pregnancy. The pregnancy is ended either by taking medicines or having a surgical procedure. So, for example, you could go to the doctor and ask for an abortion and they would give it to you, or you could take pills and that you could have an abortion that way. General info about abortion by CFR.org states that the past 50 years have been characterized by an unmistakable trend toward the liberalization of abortion laws, particularly in the industrialized world. Each year, around 73 million abortions take place worldwide, according to the World Health Organization. This translates to about 39 abortions per 1,000 women globally, a rate that has stayed roughly the same since 1990. Notably, rates have diverged between countries with fewer restrictions and those with more between 1990 to 1994 and 2015 to 2019. The average abortion rates in countries with generally legal abortion, excluding China and India, declined by 43%. By contrast, in countries with severe restrictions on abortion, the average abortion rate increased by around 12%. So, how does the United States compare? In the 1970s, the United States became one of the first countries to liberalize its abortion laws, along with several Western European nations. In 1973, the U.S. Supreme Court held in Joe v. Wade that the Constitution guarantees women the right to choose to have an abortion, though it permitted regulations after the first trimester of pregnancy. In 1992, Planned Parenthood v. Casey reaffirmed this right but permitted additional restrictions, such as waiting periods and parental consent requirements. Since the Casey decision, state laws regulating abortion in the United States have varied widely. Some states have passed laws that protect abortion access, while others have imposed more onerous regulations on abortion providers and are seeking to prohibit abortion at earlier points in pregnancy. This has led to the closure of more than 160 clinics and left a handful of states with only single abortion provider. Recently passed laws in Florida and Kentucky ban abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy, with no exemptions for pregnancies resulting from rape or incest. In Oklahoma, the governor signs a legislation to ban all abortions after 6 weeks, except in cases of life-threatening pregnancies. The law resembles one passed in Texas last year. Both allow private citizens to sue anyone they suspect of providing or facilitating abortion. So that means that you can sue someone for just suspecting that they had an abortion. So if you think your neighbor had an abortion, you can sue them. In May 2022, Politico released a leaked draft of Supreme Court majority overturning Roe. Should the court overturn Roe, the 13 states that have so-called trigger laws would ban abortion immediately after 30 days. While all of these state laws would exempt abortions in cases of life-threatening pregnancies, many would not exempt pregnancies caused by rape or incest. The leak has prompted officials and lawmakers in several other states to seek or codify abortion protections, and the Democratic members of the Congress are working on a bill to legalize abortion. though the prospects of such a bill passing the Senate are poor. The global trend in abortion law has been seeking towards liberalization. Since 2000, 38 countries have changed their abortion laws, and all but one, Nicaragua, expanded the legal grounds on which women can access abortion services. Since 2020, Argentina and Thailand legalized abortions. With certain gestational limits. Mexico decriminalized abortion, as did South Korea, and New Zealand eased its abortion restrictions. Most recently, Colombia made abortion legal on demand up to 24 weeks of pregnancy, the latest sign a growing green wave in Latin America. Although most countries have taken steps to expand grounds for abortion, some, including Honduras and the United States, are enacting policies to tighten restrictions. So the United States, recent trends have shown that a lot of countries are legalizing abortions. The grounds on abortion have been expanded tremendously. However, some countries like Honduras and the United States are enacting policies to tighten restrictions. Now, that was just general information on abortion. Let's look at what people think, as we are ready now. A lot of people have different opinions on abortion, and I don't blame them. Abortion is more deep than many people think. A lot of arguments can be presented for this case as well. Some say that for anti-abortion, life begins at conception, as cells are alive, as bacterium are alive. Therefore, a human egg and sperm are living people. Therefore, abortion is murder, which makes sense. Increased access to birth control, health insurance, and sexual education should make abortion unnecessary, which, yes, and also God says so. Well, I'm not religious, so this doesn't apply to me. And the others on the side of pro-choice, which are people who believe that women should have the choice to. Abortion bans endangers healthcare for those not seeking abortions. 1 point, life begins at birth, and that is when the baby is now self-sustaining, purely aware and outside in the real world, not in the uterus. And a fetus cannot do any of these things, therefore it is not murder. A fetus cannot exist outside of the woman's uterus, and it is not outside in the real world. It is not purely aware, it is aware but not purely. Abortion is a morally difficult topic, and many situations are different. Therefore, we should leave it up to the individual to whether or not they want to have an abortion or not. It should not be in the government's interest or power to decide what a woman should and shouldn't do with her own fetus and a body. Now, here's what I think. I am pro-choice. I believe that a woman has every right to deal with her fetus how she chooses, and no one should get in the way of what she decides to do with it. Whether a woman decides to abort the fetus or keep it until it is a baby, it is her decision and hers alone. I think that a guy named Senator Murphy really explains this well. So I will leave a link in the description towards the video of Senator Murphy presenting this topic and explaining it perfectly. Whether you are a Republican or a Democrat, every single woman should have the right to choose whether to have an abortion or not. That is my opinion. We should not, absolutely not, illegalize abortion. We should never make anything illegal. Some people think it is murder. Some people think that it is immoral and it's against God. I can understand maybe God, yes, they have faith in that, and that's something I really will never be able to feel, so I'll just have to take their word on it. But I really will never be able to understand why you should take away that right, why the government should take away the right of a woman to have an abortion. So, yes, that was abortion.